Actress and film producer Jamie Lee Curtis breaks down in tears over the death of Charlie Kirk. I mean, I disagree with him on almost every point I've ever heard him say, but I believe he was a man of faith, and I hope in the moment when he died that he felt connected to his faith. And then I think I'm not sure if it's AI that's this. We can listen to it and determine.
Okay.
Charlie Crist was killed 2 days ago.
Charlie.
I'm sorry.
Kirk.
Right? Kirk. I just call him Crist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's AI, though, because I have actually seen this story a few times out on X.
Okay.
But who knows anymore?
I think because of Christ, because of his deep belief. I mean, I disagreed with him on almost every point I ever heard him say.
Yeah.
But I believe he was a man of faith. And I hope in that moment when he died that he felt connected to his faith, even though I find his ideas were abhorrent to me.
Yeah.
I still believe he's a father and a husband and a man of faith. And I hope whatever connection to God means that he felt it. Yesterday was 9/11. I know there is video of his assassination. I know people who've seen it. Yesterday, we watched again these images of those buildings coming down. We as a society are bombarded with imagery. So we don't know what the longitudinal effects of seeing those towers come down over and over and over and over again, or watching his execution over and over and over again. We watched the Zapruder film, by the way, my birthday, November 22nd.
No, right.
I'm associated with this awful day of someone being assassinated on television. But it's, as you know, the Zapruder film is the only visual document that moves, that shares that horror of what happened. But here we have now these images.
All the time, every day.
And we are inured to them and we are numb to them, but they are in there. We don't know. We don't know enough psychologically about what that does. What does that do? That kind of, I don't ever want to see this footage of this man being shot.
I didn't watch it. I think it diminishes the depth of humanity.
All right. So what do you think?
I agree with 100%.
Do you think she's actually being honest, or do you think she's just being a star?
No, I think she's being, my gut tells me she was being honest, and maybe now I'm projecting, it's conjecture, maybe even feeling a little guilty about how she has felt about things. And if she has children, which I'm assuming she does, to watch a father get shot in front of your children, you have to be a fucking demon to not have that affect you in some way. And what she was saying about people getting desensitized from things because they're bombarded with it, I could not agree with her more. I think what she said was brilliant, and I agree with everything she said.
I don't know how I feel about it, because she has said a lot of fucked up stuff over the years, where she's always on the side, so she's going to get more work. She's always carrying the flag. Always. And I don't know if her mom was like that. Her mom was the girl in Psycho who died. That's her mom.
Janet Leigh, right?
Yeah. Oh. So that's why she's the screen. She, her family was in the wasn't her dad Tony Curtis? An actor, Tony Curtis?
Not 100% sure, but I'll go with that. I'll look it up while you.
So her family has been in the entertainment industry. So she's going to do everything that she can to keep on the train of wherever the entertainment industry is going, she's going to be on that train. So it's like she's sitting there where I disagree with them. as a human being, how can you disagree with somebody that says, I've met presidents, I've met dignitaries, I've met world leaders, and my greatest accomplishment is going home and playing with my kids. And you're going to sit there and fucking tell me that that's the devil saying that? Give me a break.
Okay.
Give me a freaking break.
I hear what you're saying. Yes, her father was Tony Curtis, right?
Yeah.
Judy. Yeah, but it sounded to me like she was, I don't know, maybe I'm hoping a little bit for her. It's been ingrained in her head to say I disagree with everything he said, because that's a retarded statement. You can't possibly disagree with everybody somebody says. And quite frankly, I was not a huge Charlie Kirk fan for some stuff. But when he was debating people, he was almost 100% correct, like logically. But it sounded like I'll take it to the end of it. So do you give people in Hollywood that have done things like said things like she said, or Colbert, or whoever, do they deserve a second chance if they come around, have a come to Jesus moment, so to speak? Do you know what I mean? Are they worthy of redemption or forgiveness?
They're worthy of redemption if they show it. Not tell me, show me. How many times do I say that? It's like one of my sayings. Don't tell me, show me. As an actress, you're reading my script and you're in my movie. Don't tell me, show me.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody can sit there and go, I'm a good actor. I'm a good dude. I do this. And no, show me that you can do it.
The world's made everybody a cynic. Really, I mean, I hear where you're coming from, Derek. And when she was saying I disagree with everything Charlie Kirk said, I started getting like, oh, here we go. But then, even out of the mouth of babes is the saying. Like when she was, especially when she was talking about being bombarded by violence and images, and we don't know what effect that has on people yet long term. Yeah. I could not agree with that more. 100%. So, it's like kind of a don't shoot the messenger almost. Like what she may not be a good on the right side or genuine, but what she said made a lot of sense to me. And maybe she's coming around. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because she was one of the first people back in the day that was very vocal on their stuff, and then over the years, the generation that's come up have been all just like her, doing the flag just like her. Mm-hmm. So she was one of the first ones that was very vocal back in the day. Like the 90s, early 2000s. Great actress. I have no problem with her acting.
No,
great actress. She picks her projects very well. I have zero problem with her craft.
Mm-hmm. But
she was one of the original ones screaming and yelling about this or screaming and yelling about that. And it's just like, bro, like in my opinion, she's one of the first ones that started all this shit about we know too much about actresses. I just want to watch her movies and admire her movies.
Mm-hmm.
And in certain ones, admire her body.
Sydney Sweeney.
But I don't care what her thoughts are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
I don't want to know more than I need to know.
I agree with you. Yeah, all the way. I mean, we've talked about it several times. Who gives a shit what these people say? Like Ricky Gervais put it perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, stop talking about the world. You have no clue how the world works here in Hollywood.
And I can't speak for outside of watching Charlie on TV, his show, and him hanging out with his buds and everything else.
Yeah.
Like the public eye.
Who knows?
I can only speak for that. I don't know the man behind the scenes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when Turning Point USA turned a lot of struggling kids around to be Trump supporters and to follow his lead and being a leader, and the night that Trump got elected, and they said, Charlie, like brother, you did a lot of work as far as turning kids around in colleges, and what do you have to say? And the first thing comes out, and he said, "It's all God. It's all God."
He was
like he didn't even have 2 seconds to say, you know what, I did this and I did this and I'm the man and all this. No, it's all God.
See, yeah,
So Jamie Lee Curtis will be like, oh, I did this and I did this and I should be awarded this. And this guy is literally just turned thousands and thousands of kids into Trump supporters. And he said, it's all God.
Here's what I know about Charlie Kirk. He was a family man, it seems, right?
Yeah.
And he seemed to be a good person. And he fought for what I thought was the right side, in my opinion. But the one thing everybody has to agree is he was very brave.
Yeah.
In sharing his convictions.
Especially early days and when he was going on the college campuses where everybody fucking hated him. Absolutely hated him. Because you saw the crowd turn around. Mm-hmm. Some of those early videos are just like, what is this wackadoo doing on the college campus? Like, what is your problem?
You know what's funny, Derek, is you know how the news cycle is nowadays. It's 24 to 48 hours and that's gone.
Yeah.
I'm actually somewhat pleasantly surprised that this is still at the forefront of people's thoughts, like this assassination. And I'm glad that she used the word assassination.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
Well, Charlie was he was one of those guys that his messaging resonated with young people, and parents of these young people actually liked Charlie because he always had a good message. He always had a good attitude.
Good role model, Christian, family man.
Yeah, he was a family man, Christian. And like I said, I don't know him outside of that. I'm just saying is he was acceptable in the conservative and Christian sphere for being a good guy. And a lot of people were very, he's very endearing to them. So that's why it's more, not necessarily they agreed with every single word that he said, but he was very endearing.
That, and I would imagine, well, I don't know, inspiring may be too far, but if you're a kid in college that agrees with the right and you have to keep your mouth shut nonstop, to see this guy roll into your campus and say exactly what you've been thinking but are afraid to say, inspiring actually would be the word, wouldn't it? It must have been, inspiring. There's probably a better word than that, but you know where I'm going. Empowering.
And on Charlie Kirk's YouTube channel, is they've been having guests come on and talk about Charlie.
Oh boy, yeah.
And some of the stories that they said where he met his wife, that his wife was Miss Arizona, and she called Turning Point USA saying, hey, I would love to kind of get involved. And they were like, oh, we're having an event coming up and you can come and we'll put you to work and you can introduce you to everybody that does Turning Point or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I guess Charlie was smitten immediately.
She's very pretty.
It's very pretty. And they said that Charlie was very smitten and very awkward because he's a Christian goofy guy. You know what I mean? So when he met his wife, I guess it was like he was immediately hooked. You know what I mean? So it's like hearing those little stories where he's just like a good boy Christian guy. You know what I mean? And when they were talking about him when he was okay, so he called himself an autodidact. Do you know what an autodidact is?
Yes.
Somebody who's a very successful person that never went to college, or he went to community college and lasted one semester. Mm-hmm. And he ran one of the biggest community outreach programs as far as students in the country, and with 1 year or one semester of college.
He's an overachiever. Yeah.
Yes. And they said when he first came on the scene and started hanging around the little circles, they were just like, who is this dude? Skinny, 21 years old. They were showing some of the pictures of him, and he was real thin and just hi, I'm Charlie.
Amazing. Well, I'm glad that this has not left a news cycle, and I think this is something that should be remembered, and not necessarily because it's Charlie Kirk. It's the idea that you can be shot for talking and expressing your ideas,
which is crazy. Because
just like Martin Luther King, same thing there. So this is.
And I tried to stay away from this as much as possible. We talked a little bit about it.
Oh, sorry.
But the main thing that we talk about on our channel is freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. How many deep dives have we went into crazy people?
Sure. That
they still had the right to say what their opinion was, even if it was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our channel is freedom of expression, freedom of creativity, freedom of speech. So it's I tried to stay away from this, but then when actors are commenting a little bit about it, it kind of fits our channel.
It's
a
big web, and Hollywood and the music industry are both tied into this, and everybody's tied into this story. So
yes, so even I try to keep it so it's entertainment, music, movies related, and this one is. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to completely stay out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to ignore it would be disingenuous and inauthentic, right? It does
and how
say
many
on your
times
new logo, real talk. Well, you're getting real talk tonight.
So, like, how many times have we tried to get into the mind of a weirdo or a freaking psychopath, and we're just like, what is going on right now? And it's like we're kind of doing the same thing where it's like, why would what? Like,
that's a cute story about him meeting his wife and being kind of gobsmacked. Have you ever met a woman that just kind of knocked you in the head the minute you saw her?
and you know, this is gonna be weird. No, I haven't.
There was a girl that I met. Her name was Desi.
Okay.
And she was a friend of mine's friend, and she showed up. I saw her. I swear to God, I tried to talk to her. I couldn't talk.
You're just like,
she was so beautiful. I was like, I felt like an idiot after like 5 minutes. I'm like, forget it. I can't even look at her. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. So I get that, and it's a cute story if that's how he felt. When he met his wife. That's nice.
Yeah, no,
unfortunately, I was married at the time, so it was a little different. But I've
never been in the presence of somebody that just completely blew my doors off. It was like, holy crap!
No, I was
up?
I was married at the time, so of course I wasn't trying because I was a faithful husband.
Yeah,
but at the time, I mean, I don't know. It didn't matter really. I wasn't hitting on her. I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ! I'm like, how do I talk to this person, this creature?
Well, sometimes it's putting yourself into situations to meet somebody like that.
Well, I mean, we were playing darts. I was in a dart league.
Yeah.
And she just happened to come along.
Well, but you were in that situation. But I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that I enjoy doing, and then there's a lot of stuff that's very trivial that I don't give a shit about. So it's kind of like I'm not going to put myself in those circles because it's just like I don't care. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with those circles or whatever it is. It's just when I was a little kid, somebody would be making a big deal out of something fucking retarded, and it's just like, bro, there's shit out there that's a lot more important than what you think is fucking important. You know what I mean? So I got a dose of reality very young. So it takes a lot to shake my like, oh, okay. All right, let's see how this plays. Because I've had those moments where it's sort of like, okay, let's see how this plays. But I've never been a smitten kitten where it's like, oh my God, like what, like what just happened right then? You know what I mean?
Yep, I got you. I'm generally like that as well, but it was just one instance. I'm like, ooh, Jesus, hell.
It's just like,
whoever brought her down here, thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
And the happy ending is it was after I got my first wife filed for divorce. The first person I called up when I was single was her, and we went on a Valentine's Day date, and she turned out to be a wacko.